Saseni, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing the comments, the thumbs up. I appreciate. Now keep them coming. If you're new here, please do subscribe and share with your friends. Now today I want to go ahead and share something that I've commonly seen this question being asked on the social media. Now people are asking, why is it that most Kenyans in diaspora, especially in the US, tend to discourage Kenyans back home to not come to America? Now, from my point of view, I don't think anybody should discourage you from doing anything. You are capable of doing anything. You're capable of achieving your dreams just on your own. You don't need anybody to agree or disagree with you, okay? Now, I think what happens in this one case is that people share their story and their experience here in States, and so you take that and you put that to be what you will go through. Now, what I want to say is no, come. If you get a way to come to States, come if you want to come. The most you can do is come here, and after 6 months you don't like it, go back. And if you like it, stay. I mean, you get choices to make. You get an opportunity to choose if you want to stay or you want to go. So no, nobody should discourage you. Now, States is a good place. It's a land of many opportunities, but I want you to know one thing. Do your research before you come, or once you get here, do your research enough to see if it's somewhere that you want to stay and if you're ready to get started on the process. Because one thing, when you get to States, you need a card called Social Security. Social Security card is like Huduma number, which allows you to work in the United States. In order for you to get that, you must be a resident of America or Texas or whatever you reside. So you need a resident card, and a resident card is what we call green card. So you want to be sure, or you want to be careful and do your research according to how you get here. I've said this previously on my previous post. If you get here, if you come as a green card holder, then you're fine. If you come as a fiance, you're fine. Even if you come as a student, you're fine. But you have to go through a certain procedures. Like I said, you have to go through the Huduma number. You also have to get a driver's license for you to get around. You also need a car to get around. There is buses here. Well, I live in Texas, so Texas do have buses where you can get a day pass for cheap and ride the bus around. But there are not many buses here. So we're not talking of Nairobi where the buses are all over the place. The buses here are scattered. So you wanna eventually get a driver's license and be able to drive your own car around to work and from work, and ensure that you've done enough research. Now, from people's experience and different experience here, most of us have had it hard. We've had a rough start, and then it gets better as you go. That's why probably you feel discouraged, because people tend to share what they've gone through or what they're going through, and you tend to feel that they're discouraging you. They're not discouraging you, they're just kind of telling you what they've gone through, what they expected versus what they got, and that should help you, that should build you, that should give you guidelines of what to expect when you come here. I personally, yes, I do have a story. I had it roughly too, but it gets better as you go. But also, one thing I want to say is, once you get here, you want to know that if you had a good job back in Kenya, that job is not going to be recognized here. So you're going to do the jobs that are easily accessible here, and jobs that are not maybe in your higher class than you are doing, but that's what they have here. So we will talk about jobs next video, but just know that if you come and you are a big person in Kenya, you might not be a big person here just when you come, because you're starting off. First, you have to have, you know how in Kenya we build CVs. Now here we call them job resumes. In Kenya you call them CVs. So you also have to build a CV or job resume here. So you need American experience here. So you have to start somewhere so you can have something to write down. So that's one thing you need to remember that. Okay, so that's why it feels that way. But again, let nobody discourage you. If you get a way to come, go ahead and come. But it's good to come when you have done enough research. Everybody can now access a smartphone, everybody can access a laptop, everybody can access internet. Go ahead and do your research. Even internet itself will have resources and more information. Go ahead and do that before you head out to states, just so you can avoid stress and you can avoid frustration. And again, go back and watch my video about hosting. You also need to know who's your host, know what your host expects, and what you also expect from your host. That's also something that I've seen causes a lot of drama among people who are being hosted and people who are hosting each other. And again, like I said, your host is your dream maker in America or your dream killer, because you will need information. And if they can't give you full information, well, now luckily you can access things online. But your if your host cannot expose you and tell you where to find information or where to get this and this, then you pretty much will be stuck for quite a while until you can figure it out on your own. So that's something you want to do, okay? So now, you guys ask any questions that you want to know. I'll be willing to answer. If I do have an answer, I will give you my best answer. Again, what I say here is just my own experience, just my own advice. It's not, this is just an advice, okay? So don't use it against me. Now, ask questions and please subscribe and share with your friends. Again, I do appreciate everybody's support, okay? I love you guys. Now, you guys have a good night, have a good evening, and have a good morning, depending on what part of the world you're watching from. I'll see you guys next time and have a good time, okay? Bye bye.